I'm Lenn Woolston, sci-fi fantasy writer, blogger, and nerd, and thanks for checking out my channel today. Today I'm actually going to be discussing a topic that has some differing opinions, but I'm going to share with you my 5 reasons that book reviews actually help authors. Number 1, promotes book on seller's list. So this basically means that the more reviews that a book gets and the more they're able to already show that they have an outreach of readers out there, it will put them on a different ranking system on certain sellers lists. Now there are many variables that go into this, but one of the big things, the big factors on where an author falls with their book on a seller's list has to do with the number of reviews that that book has already gotten. So that is one way that you can show support to an author is by simply leaving a review. Number 2, helps potential readers know what they're buying. So within reviews, the wonderful thing that a lot of reviewers do is they give a spoiler-free review, meaning that they will detail on how they like the author's writing style, or there includes a twist that they didn't expect, all while showing that as potential readers that this book is awesome, or as a bad review, it can show you that, there are things that if you're sensitive about this book contains that, so you might want to shy away from it. Or it can be that, hey, you know what, I didn't connect with this author's writing style, and that could also be included into a non-spoiler review. All of that to say that when you look through as a reader in a book that you are thinking about buying, these reviews are a helper because you know what you're going to be getting. So they definitely are helpful. Number 3, reviews can tell the author what they can do better in future books. So this discussion that I'm having isn't only centered around good reviews, but actually bad reviews can be helpful to an author. I know it seems something that doesn't make a lot of sense, but let me explain. By having those reviews where you have an honest review, they can tell the author what they liked and didn't like about this particular book. Especially if this book is part of a series, the author, if they choose to, can look at the reviews and see if there is a resounding message. Maybe in a lot of the reviews it was something like, this particular character I didn't connect with because of this. An author can take that and kind of redefine how they describe that character in future books, or maybe change what their story is in an essence to help readers connect with that character on a more personal level, all of which is something that they would not know if their readers weren't leaving honest reviews. Number 4, reviews help an author's career and their authenticity. This has to do with there being some authors who may or may not be getting a lot of exposure, and that could just be because maybe their book is bad, or maybe they're not taking their writing seriously, or it could be a lot of other factors. But having reviews actually makes it so that the author has a career, because if they are traditionally published, then their publishers as well as their agent are going to look at the kinds of reviews that are left about this book, and that can dictate whether or not a book actually gets a series behind it. Another way that this helps too is to validate that this book is actually getting into the hands of readers. It is something that is more on the business side, which I can go into in greater detail in another video, but actually having those reviews does show that the author is being out there and that people are being receptive to their work, whether it even be in a positive or negative way, but that the reviews out there definitely make it that the author is doing something and is engaging readers. And lastly, number 5, potential readers will be more open to buying the book if there are reviews. Now this is where a lot of people don't understand the impact that having reviews as an author can make or break you. For example, next time that you find yourself that you're trying to browse through what book you should buy, stop and think for a moment and think to yourself, when you're trying to look for a book, are you looking at what other people are reading about what is popular, or are you just searching through some other means? When you do that, I guarantee you that if you are buying an ebook or you're trying to just Google the book, you're going to see whether or not there were reviews. Now, this is something that, again, when I tied into how readers can know what the book is about, having the reviews can actually sway a person's decision. For example, if you find that a book is out there and there are no reviews, then you kind of wonder, well, how many books are actually selling? Another way is to look at the kinds of reviews that are left, and you can see that they may sway your opinion. You may look at a book cover and judge a book by its cover and find that in the reviews that it's actually a really compelling story, even if that cover art was not your favorite. Or you can see a very popular book and see in the reviews that maybe the writing isn't as strong as it could be, and so you could be saving yourself the hassle of buying this book that you're going to be disappointed in. So what does this mean for a reader? The way that you can support an author other than buying their book is to leave a review on many different sites. Now, I know that when it comes to actually writing reviews, some people are intimidated by it. Some say that it's just going to take too much time. But let me share with you how you can leave a review. A review does not have to be this long paragraph after paragraph of going over all the components of the person's writing. It can be as simple as, I like this story, or I hated this. Or you could just leave a star ranking or whatever the ranking system is and not actually leave anything in the comments. All of that is totally fine. While authors will say that they do enjoy when they get a very honest review that is going to put their book in a very positive light, because yes, we do like to hear that. Just having those reviews when you give your honest feedback, even if it's in a means of just doing a star ranking or whatever the ranking system is, that impacts the author's future, and it's something that you can do to support them. So if you wanted to leave a review of a book that you just read, there are many ways that you can do it. You can do a review on Amazon, on Goodreads, on Barnes & Noble, or whatever site it was that you purchased the book, or the bookstore that you purchased it through. All of these tie back into the author and do make an impact on their career and future books. So those are my 5 ways that reviews help authors. If you have a book that you just read that you just keep wanting to gush about, then go ahead and drop it in the comment section below, because I'm always looking at suggestions and I know that we can have a discussion on why books are so great. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and if this is your first time here, just want to say thanks for checking me out. If you liked what you see, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. You can go ahead and subscribe on your way out so you don't miss any of my future videos, and you can ensure that by ringing that bell. With that, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and until next video, bye!